Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Gotham After Dark, Thrones of the Underworld, IMDM discussion. Today we have Audible, the Architect, Access, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ethera, Crosshair, and a new face, which is weird because his character's name is Faceless. He's going to be joining us. Faceless is an incomplete character at this time, but for narratively, he has an idea of who the Faceless is. I'm going to say the Faceless, but you call him Faceless. So why don't you go ahead, Faceless, and just give us a brief overview of Faceless.
Well, Faceless was former military. He volunteered for an experimental treatment which would enhance him to be a good operative following his discharge from the military.
Okay. Which branch of the military?
Marines.
Number 5.
Right. It's not quite as good as the Air Force, but it's good. It's good enough.
I mean, Uncle Sam's spoiled rich kids? Yeah, okay.
All right, let him finish. So essentially, your abilities are the result of an experiment gone bad?
I wouldn't say it's gone bad. It had mixed results. It was supposed to enhance him to make him just stronger. Essentially, make him a super soldier.
Okay.
Instead, it led to some instability, which led him to gaining shape-shifting abilities.
Mm-hmm. What was the intended results? Just out of curiosity.
Intended results, standard super strength, speed, endurance.
So is the Captain America treatment that just went
Of
awry?
course, nobody knows exactly what happened. Not like somebody messed with the formula. It just had a bad reaction to it.
Okay. All right.
Well, not exactly deemed a success. He has been successful in his career, essentially doing spy work,
Less of a super soldier, more of a super infiltrator.
pretty much. Think prototype.
Oh, good
Only,
grief!
You talking about
That is
the
no,
video
no, no.
game? I don't.
That is
I
a
don't.
super soldier.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
super
I
soldier,
don't
man.
know. I don't know.
only he's not eating people.
So I think it's more proto.
Don't know what type.
More proto, less type.
Okay. So you have shape changing. By the way, did you get the link to the character creator web portal?
Let me see. You said you sent it
Uh,
under
You
Faceless.
should be in the Discord channel for the group. I created one for you as a private channel between you and myself, and I sent you the link on that. While you're looking for that,
I found it. I just don't see the link in here.
Okay, I'll go back and look at it. But while we're doing that, so remember, this is a villains game, and well, I'm looking at I sent you the link should be there. It should be it should say Cypher Tools. You don't see it?
No, I don't see it in.
Maybe you don't have the permissions to see it. That's weird, but okay. Oh, there it is. View channel. No, wait, no, that's not. I don't want everybody.
You need to set up the permissions too. You not just
For him.
create the channel.
Yeah. Let's see. It says view channel. You should be able to see it. Send messages.
Read history further down.
So karigato. Thank you. There you go. All right, just refresh and take a look. Take another look.
In fact, let me take a look at the channel myself.
Yeah,
See what's
please.
going on.
I'm Discord. I'm Discord adjacent.
He's like, he created the channel and said, "Yeah, I did it. I did it.
I did it! Yay!" Okay, so aside from this shape changing, do you have any other abilities that come to mind? Because essentially, when you do the character creation tool, we can set aside some time, or you could just play with it, and then see how you can build it. And one of the good things, one of the interesting things about the tool is that you can set it up to help guide you through it, or you can just do it. You can self start, or just do a random. It'll give you those three options, and then you can build. You can build Faceless however you want. But as a tier 1 operator, as a tier 1 character, you will be limited to what you can do. So you're not going to be as front loaded as you would with say a Palladium game. So this is the game to build a character in whatever direction you want it to build. So we'll talk more about that. But outside of that, what is Faceless, his alter ego's name? I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Derek Johnson. No, Miles Johnson.
Miles Johnson with a Y or an I?
With an I.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? No. Edward Miles. Go ahead.
Edward Miles?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll drop you in I'll drop you in. I want to go through everyone's what do you call it? I want to go through everybody as quickly as I can. Okay. So I'm going to start today with the architect. So when he when Lord Vesper goes back through the portal, offering you that that thing, and I'm going to also.
It was a coin.
It was a coin, yes. So with that, he says he when he hands you the coin, essentially the message that you received is that you could use that coin for membership. If you so choose. It doesn't have an expiration date. He is in your debt. He said, but you should destroy that. That is the thing that what lies on the other side of that is not something that you want to toy with. I offer you this as a warning. Take it or don't. Your choice. Farewell. And him and the other two that make up Vesper walk through his own portal and out of your shop.
Okay, Lou.
I can't barely hear you. I don't know how far.
Hold on. What about now?
It's not better.
No?
I don't know. How do you?
Hello?
Are you close to your mic? Are you not at your mic?
Yeah, I'm close to my mic. What about
Really?
now?
You might want to turn that up.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can hear you. It's just you sound like you're far away. Normally you don't. You don't have a problem with that.
What about now?
Perfect.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the paper and I'm gonna fold it into a shape of a key. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put 4 intellect points, which is mana, and open the painting.
All right. Give me your pool points again, please. What you have left?
I have a total of 25. I've used, I think, 4 when I got Vesper to come out.
Okay. Give me your might. Your might pool.
My might, if I'm correct, is 11. I'll tell you right now. Yep, 11.
And your speed.
10.
Your intellect. You said it was 25.
Mm-hmm.
And you had already used 4.
So, matter of fact, no, my might is 10, my speed is 11, and my intellect is 25.
Okay. So you're going to attempt to open that portal again?
Yes.
Okay. Summoning your mana, you essentially push that energy into the painting, and on the fringes you can see it starting to move. You know, remember when the surface of the painting it's oil painting, so it's broad brush strokes. You can see the differences in the thickness of where the brush strokes hit. It starts to move. And the center of it, there's a pinprick of light, of a blue light, bright blue light, and it starts to expand.
So use the paper key to like opening a door. Because there was something about the paper and I know it's been a little bit, but it was something about the paper and the painting that there was like an attraction.
When you need to remember.
Okay.
I was paying for my ex deliveries.
I need you to make a might check.
Okay.
The difficulty is going to be a 6.
Ooh. Really, that bad?
Yes. Now I'll explain depending on the roll. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a GM intrusion. You have to decide whether or not you're going to accept it or not.
I'll accept it.
Okay. So you get an XP, and you get to decide who gets the XP. The other one.
Adolfo.
Okay. By Adolfo, you mean Mystic Knight?
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you. So you take the time to prepare everything as part of what your intent is, what your action is. Pinprick of light. You take that folded key that you made out of the paper, and once you press it to the painting in an attempt to open it like a normal lock, it has the effect that you want, except once you do that, it opens completely. That pinprick of light just becomes a circle that expands from the center to the fringes, where now this whole thing seems like a tunnel that's sucking in everything behind you into it, including you. As part of the effect, you get pulled in before you have a chance to recover or to brace yourself. So,
Okay.
oh no! All right. So that's where you are right now. I'm going to move over to. Where am I looking? I'm going to move over to Mystic Knight. Is Mystic Knight back or no? He said he was AFK. So, all right. So we're going to stop. We're going to not do that. All right. So, Toreador and Audible. Are you both here? Because I can't see you on camera.
I'm here.
So, guys, I'm not going to put you on camera tonight, but if I need to see you guys, I need to see you guys on camera so I know who I'm going to next.
All right, I'm back.
You really don't want that.
That bad?
You really don't want that.
I'm here. I just turned my camera off.
You know what? I'm going to take your word for it this time. But please, moving forward, try to be on camera so that I could at least know who whether or not you're there. Okay. You guys were at you were at the Crimson Accords HQ preparing. The gentleman that came over to equip you had arrived. He's
we were getting new gear, right?
You were getting you were getting fitted with new gear so that you're not as easily recognizable moving forward, and you can maybe blend in, because as of right now, Red Jack's the only reason why you're not being hunted on site. So there is you've learned over the last hour that there is a $500,000 bounty on both of you, and that's gone out citywide.
Shit.
$500,000, huh?
Wait, how much did we make on that thing?
How much did we make?
Each,
Made
yeah.
quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
Shit.
So
I
yeah.
knocked myself out, so I collect the money.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
found
turned
him.
him in.
All right. We turn each other in so we can collect the bounty, and then fuck everybody up.
On
Thanks.
the way up. I like the way that sounds. We're going to do this.
You guys got problems. So can we move on now?
Yes.
Okay. So learning that's an interesting wrinkle that you were pseudo expecting. He did tell you to get out of town and don't come back. Your New York privileges have been revoked, but you didn't take that advice. You went back to Crimson Accord, let Red Jack know everything that was going down. Well, at least
Sound like trick, bro, from Detroit. Fuck all
right.
that.
So you let Red Jack know as much as you needed to in order to get his take, and he said Sal can go fuck himself. He and Sal have a tenuous relationship. It's business, but they do not like each other.
Right.
Red Jack more so than Sal.
He tweeted that. Red Jack tweeted that Sal's in the Epstein files. Got it.
Right. Yeah. So Sal's not as emphatic on their dislike as RJ has been since you've alerted him to the news. Blitz is a little bit on the hot seat. Whenever he passes you guys, he does so purposefully, and he get with that you motherfuckers look. Now he hasn't said a word, and he's been keeping his a distance from you, but I can't remember. I know I wrote down the name of the guy that was coming to meet with you.
I fucking like that. Everybody interacted with the dude, so.
Right.
But
so
somehow that seems fitting.
right. It's more so. It's more so for Audible, for sure. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do from between now and the next game, because you're getting your costumes redesigned. Give me an outline of what you want it to look like now, so that I can put it into Midjourney and generate new images.
Costume. See, I never considered this character to be one of those costume types.
Totally understand, but RJ insists because if your faces are out and there's that bounty on your heads,
yeah, it would. I should have a
at least temporarily at a minimum.
Time to get your Muttley on.
It's in my game notes, but I'm not gonna. I don't really want to look for it right now. But so the designer comes over. You remember the designer on She-Hulk that designs all the costumes?
Yes.
Similar personality. He's not flamboyant, but he is very short, curt. He knows what he's meticulous, extremely confident. He has a team of 4, makeup, hair, everything. And let's just, for time being, let's just call him Christoph.
Okay.
Okay. Christoph. But this Christoph, he is a 25-year-old Asian male. Very put together. His suit is immaculate. His demeanor very confident. When he comes in, people, you can see the reverence that some of the hardcore dudes that are in the rank and file will give him, because he's designed a lot of the suits for the CA, for the Crimson Accord, and he's highly sought after, very expensive. Now, when he finally sets up, he meets with you guys. He's like, so who am I
Have I
starting?
met Christoph before?
Tangentially.
Okay.
You know,
But I see his work, clearly.
you were in the room when he was there. on a
Right.
couple of occasions because of your rank and the way you set up how you interacted with what your role was. He didn't really need to speak with you, and nor you him. So essentially, this is the part where when you guys decide what your costume is going to look like, he's going to design them, and he'll have them ready for you within 24 hours. Now, this is going to be a rush job. He's not guaranteeing he's not 100% guaranteeing his work at this point, but there will be second fittings because and something he throws out there to you guys, which is it catches you as odd, is that he's doing a second fitting and RJ's covering this entire the entire cost, and that's not something that RJ typically does for most people, especially people that aren't his direct lieutenants.
So we basically have pressed him a lot, huh?
I guess so. Either or you did, because I'll take a new fit, especially I mean, sure, I got to cover up this pretty face, but anything to not get us in trouble and have more assholes coming for our necks.
It's alright, dude. No one's gonna miss that. Anyway,
Damn, shots fired.
yeah, football tights wear helmets. No one's gonna miss that. Trust me.
1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. I can count.
I pick things up and put them down.
Yeah, I'm the water boy.
Anyway, so all right, dude. So my outfit's gonna be more business. It's gonna be a business style, but loose, so I can move in it.
All right, so just do me a favor. You don't have to describe it now. Let's just move. We're gonna move past that. You can send me just a quick blurb via Discord, and then I can work it up and send you some ideas.
Okay.
All right, and then so moving past that, once your fitting is done, let's see.
I know that he's talked about wanting me to do some work for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for that at this point.
Okay. Is there anything that you're... I don't want to jump too far ahead and presume to take ownership of what your characters are going to be doing. What I want to know is, once the fitting is done and you're told about the 24 hours, you're given the hints that he's spending more of his capital on you guys than he has in a couple of different people in a while. Let's just say in a while he's utilized Christoph's services, but not to this level and certainly not to this expense. So clearly that impression has been made. One that Christoph is as he's designing, he does talk, but he's more talking past you to himself than he is at you, and will only address you when he's telling you to move or to step down or whatever the case may be as part of the fitting process. And these are parts of his internal monologue. Well, internal / external monologue that you were able to pick up, and which is where you've inferred some of this. Okay, so Blood Him, she comes over, and Blood Him, Audible know her as Annalise Cho.
Okay.
And she's her name is apropos to her abilities. She practices what she called and what you didn't understand at the point at that point. She says she's a hemiokinetic, so she manipulates blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she controls blood.
Hemokinesis, excuse me. So she's hemokinetic,
dangerous.
and
Yeah,
she's
she's
extremely dangerous. She's one of RJ's lieutenants. So, but she's not off-putting. She's very friendly, which is actually that's what's off-putting. What's off-putting is that she's friendly, and she's not hard like some of the other jackasses that are trying to impress him. She's never had to, and he's never treated her as someone that needed to impress him. She's extraordinarily gifted, and she's every bit a sociopath. So she has no problem in hurting anyone that she's ordered to hurt.
That's right. Clearly we know Audible loves toxic relationships.
Oh yeah. And
He sounds like my type.
and she's straight.
There you go.
So
Like someone I can get used to.
I say what's up to Annalise. I always keep it professional with her, because I know that she can basically make my dick blow up.
mhm.
What up, Lise? How you doing?
So, says I'm doing great. Just came back. I just came back from Taiwan. Yeah, there's word that the Shepherd's here in the U.S. She literally just got into it. She just came into the space. She came from RJ's office. She's like, am I hearing that the Shepherd's in New York City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would explain a lot. See, normally it takes forever to conduct business over there. I was there and back in a week. So
Fuck.
that's not good for us. If he's here, then we got problems. And
There's been a lot of bullshit going on over the last few days, so it makes sense.
it's like what? She's like, Blitz is being his.
Give her a quick rundown of what I've.
She's like, I
summarized the bullshit that me and.
Hold on a second.
By the way, it's my boy Toyador.
Hold on a second. She says she doesn't even regard Torio. She's just talking straight to you.
Oh, okay.
She smiled at him, and because you guys were talking, but she went straight to you to talk. She's like, I tried to talk to Blitz, but he's being extra dickish. I don't know what that's about.
There's an extra dickish with him. I thought he had a baseline, just being a dick all the time.
I mean, yes, there's levels.
Right, but yeah, extra dickish. Then
No,
he's
like
still mad.
Mad about what?
It doesn't matter. I summarized briefly what's been happening,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she understands, and to catch her up.
Okay.
I don't keep it long. I keep it brief.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go through the whole. I'm just gonna be like, and this happened real quick, and then this happened, and this is bullshit that over here, and then da da da, and then people getting turned into sludge monsters type shit.
She's like, oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, and then something to do with the Helios fuckers over there in that fucking tower.
She's like, are you serious?
They're dealing, yeah, those hero faggots. Those guys.
Those amateurs. Wow.
Clearly.
That's interesting.
You know it's bad when the mayor don't even give a shit about him, doesn't trust him.
She's like, so what's Christoph doing here? I didn't recall. She's like, is it for you? She's like, is it for you? She turning to you, Torido. She's like, by the way, I'm really sorry. I didn't catch your name.
My name is Toyador.
Like a Like a bullfighter?
Yes.
So you, and she's looking at you. It's like you don't dress like a bullfighter.
Look at it like it's a profession. It's not a lifestyle.
You know what? You're absolutely right. What was I thinking? She's like, Annalise. And she holds out her hand, her gloved hand.
And I take her hand and mock kiss her back of the knuckles.
Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, a gentleman. How many of those are around here? Okay, so she's here for you? Are you joining us?
It's for us, and yes, I think I got drafted.
Drafted? Are you kidding me? He practically earned his spot. This man has had my back the whole few days. He's being mocked.
So you say, is it that bad? I just posted her picture on Roll20. So, she said, oh, okay, well, welcome. I was told to
Where at?
on Roll20 on the chat.
It's on Roll20. He's in chat in Roll20.
All right. Wait, I'm trying to find.
I'll post it. I'll post it in Discord in the art section. But
does she look
as
like
we
that
go.
all the time, or that's just what she looks like in her uniform?
That's her uniform.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen this picture before.
Really?
Did you use this picture before?
No, just created it.
I've never seen
really?
that picture before. Yeah.
I can swear it looks similar. All right, well, that's pretty dope. What nationality is she?
She's
She's
Asian. She's
Asian, right? What kind of Asian?
She's Chinese Japanese.
Okay. Oh,
wow.
dang.
Chinese, Japanese. Wow. The red baby.
Oh, Lucy Liu territory.
Shit. Okay.
Okay, so she's like, well, my thing is, they call me Blood Him. I don't exactly, I'm not in love with that name, but whatever. It sounds cool, I guess, to people, but while we're here, you could just call me Annalise. I'm not all about the, titles, whatever. So how long you've been? I mean, has it been over the last week? I've only been gone like 7 days, so.
Yeah, that's about right. Right? It's been about a week, right?
More or less.
Yeah, more or less about a week.
Okay. Well, welcome. I need to borrow him, but I'm thinking that you should come too, because you seem to be a pair. And why don't you come with me?
Okay.
She said, "Wait a minute. What's your character's real name?"
Ricardo.
She said, "Wait, you're the grandson of," and she gives your grandfather's name. She said, are you related?"
That's my grandfather. Yes.
I knew I recognized your face. Oh, that's great. Well, then this is definitely for you. If you guys would come with me, please.
Looking confused, I follow them.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay. So we brought some cargo with us, and I got some intel from RJ and the shadow broker, and we need something from this cargo, and I think it would be right up your alley, Toreador. Is it do you want to be called Toreador all the time, or is that your street thing?
Oh yeah.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't pry. I'm not a hard ass like the rest of these assholes.
I'm as I'm watching their interaction, I'm smiling because I realize she's flirting with him.
But I tell you, you can call me Ricardo. It's a work public name. It's an alias.
Totally get it. Blood him, Annalise. A little bit different. And she's leading you down some corridors, down some steps, into your makeshift prison your storage house. So you're passing through hallways with crates, boxes, people unloading. There's small arms being loaded to your left. There are other activities happening to your right. There's a gaggle of things happening. The Crimson Accord does business with just about anybody, but their primary motivation is, the arts and infiltrating and getting power that way. He's not above using force, but that's not his primary driver. And we'll talk more about that, Eric. You and me, we can talk about what the Crimson Accord is all about. I have an outline, and then you can build out from it. I'm more than willing for you guys to build out your own organizations. That would be extraordinarily helpful.
I'm off on Thursday.
Okay. Now,
I don't know if are you off on Thursday?
Yeah, you can give me a call on Thursday. So cool. You guys get to a point where you're at the special wing for the VIPs, so to speak, and you get to it. All you can hear is shouting. Now, what languages can you speak? Can you guys do you guys speak in any Asian languages?
I don't know if I have any other languages. I don't think
I got English and Spanish.
Okay, so all you hear is hey!
Yeah, I don't think I gave him any other language.
And then some more smacks, and she's like, "This is our problem." And when she opens the door, there's an Asian man that's sitting on the chair. However, there's also another Asian man. He has these what looks like these bands of energy around him. There's at least 6. 3 on his torso, 3 on his legs. Thigh, knee, ankle. And there's someone in the room that has his hands up. And you recognize him, Audible. And I'm going to give you his name.
What's his name?
As Lumen. He calls himself Lumen Void.
Okay.
He's Dr. His name is Dr. Ezra Kendall. He manipulates light energy. And he's holding him.
Like the opposite of me.
And the reason why he's holding him is because you can see as one of the thugs who has this long, what looks like an electrician's glove up to his shoulders, is punching him. Every time he hits him, a part of his body starts to split off. You can see his face coming out of his shoulder, and then Lumen Void is just exerting his power to constrict him so that he can't split.
Okay.
So he's like, we need to get information from him about this. And she fishes out a small, what looks like, you remember those little nickel bags for the weed from back in the day?
Yeah.
And she says, some gray powder in this. She said, we need him to tell us where this came from. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but this is called Solomon Grundy. And
yes, we're
trying
aware of what that is.
Oh, you are?
Hold on. Don't confuse your characters, bro.
Oh, I don't? Oh, I don't know about that?
Don't confuse your characters. We've heard of it. We don't know nothing about it.
Okay. Oh, no, okay. So I just said
That's
I know.
Negative 10 XP.
Sorry. I forgot. We've heard about it, but we don't know. We've never seen it.
This is ruining the drug trade. And we need to figure out what the fuck where this came from, because we have yet to find where it's being manufactured. And this fuckface had 3 of these to sell. He dumped 2, and he almost dumped this one. So he had it in his hand. Just for shits and giggles, this here, you would think $50, $100 if it was Coke.
How much is it been going for?
This is about 110 to 150K.
What the hell is it?
What?
That's what
What
we're
kind of
trying.
high is that?
Apparently the high. And
Shit.
how this piece of shit has it is because this, and she walks behind him as he's just like, and she puts her hand above his head, and he's just like, as you can hear just a cracking from his skull as these jets of blood just shoot up to her fingertips. Saying this piece of shit refuses to give us any answers. But luckily for you, we have a professional in the house. Looking up at Toreador.
I'm gonna
No,
stand back and watch the show.
I'm looking at them. I'm like, are you guys
this is
trying
fun.
to? Are you guys trying just to hurt him or get the information from him?
Well, that's the thing. He has an immense pain threshold, as you can tell, because he's just like, and from both of his shoulders, and you can see on the side of his, the right side of his rib cage, faces are coming out of him. He's like, he's like, this one can split himself, and that means that he has he has the highest pain threshold I've ever seen. This right here should normally kill a man. He's like, I've literally killed at least 24 people doing this one thing. And then she lets it go, and the blood goes, it splashes down on his head, down his face, and then the faces get constricted back into his body. He's like, now the
back goes, anybody else got a chubby besides me?
He's like, now besides the good, he says,
That means her powers are working on you, Mike.
It's like, apparently, it's like, and I'm going to ignore all of that. So it says, and the good doctor here has been kind enough to lend us his ability so that this fuckface doesn't overrun us. If I had to give you a visual twice from My Hero Academia, the way his powers work as far as how he can duplicate himself. So that's sort of what he can do. And he can't create infinite, but
He can create a couple.
He can create enough.
Do we know how many?
No,
like what's his
she doesn't.
range?
But
it's not like Naruto level.
Right, where he can create infinite doubles. She's like,
Gotcha.
and she's like, quite frankly, I think she comes back over to you guys. He's like, oh yeah, he literally is the Mo, an Asian Mo, because he has not stopped talking.
Got it.
Even through the pain. So
Got it.
she's like, she leans in.
I'm just like, what the fuck is he saying?
She's like, I think he can speak English. I heard him speak a couple of words, but now all of a sudden he can't. So
he's one of those bilingual
he
fucks.
He understands Chinese. He's Taiwanese. He should understand us, but he's playing the role. Now, with you here, maybe that we can change that. So, RJ asked for you, Audible, but I think he really meant you. But you're both here. Maybe you can do something with him. So the doctor's going to be here for a little while. He's like, yes, but this is becoming extraordinarily taxing. If you would mind hurrying it along. He's English, so I'm going to butcher it, my English accent, but I'm not doing that right now.
All right, so
it's definitely better than my Texan accent. I look at T.
I asked him his doubles. Does he feel what his doubles feel?
It's just like that. I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't even know if that's the original. I think it is. I'm hoping it is. I don't know if he can create doubles and leave them to work, that they can do autonomously. And we flew him in the cargo hold from Taiwan. So if this is a double, this guy is more powerful than we could probably imagine.
T, do you need any assistance from me, or should I just stand back and watch you work?
She's like, you know what?
No.
I have some other things, some other matters to attend to. So I'm going to leave you guys to it. It was great meeting you. Welcome to the team. And you.
Always good seeing you.
She's like, you look good. And turns and walks away.
All right.
When she leaves the room, I say, T, do you need my help with this, or should I just watch you work?
No, you can help.
Okay.
All right.
Control the-
Also, side note, she feeling you, bro. Feeling
Really?
you. Yeah.
I
kidding me?
wouldn't.
She's nice. She's generally pleasant, but I've never said I can tell she's flirting with you. Yeah.
From the corner of the room, you can hear. He has a slight smile on his face. His eyes are still closed as he's concentrating. Okay, so before you move forward, I'm going to stop and move on because I'm going to give everybody a little bit of equal time. So we're going to come to, is Mystic Knight there? Is he awake, or am I staring at the ceiling?
You're staring at the ceiling.
You piece of garbage. So Mystic Knight and Access. Let's pick up where you were. What information are you looking for, and what can I provide for you?
Well, what we're in the middle of is controlling the virus.
Okay.
Need to make rolls for that.
You do.
Good luck.
So make the roll.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, so let's start making some rolls here. Let's take into account we've behind the scenes have gone through some revisions as to what can be used and what cannot be used, or what needs to be augmented or revised. So I'm going to pull something up first before we continue. Is this music too loud, by the way? You guys can't hear it at all?
Hear it. It's not that loud.
Okay.
So with the Cypher that I'm using and the revamp, I can still bring it down 10 steps. Because the Cypher allows me 4 steps.
Which one was that?
It's cheating.
The stunt boost. It's a level 6. If it was 7, it would have given me 5.
Gotcha. All right, so that's 4.
So with the rehash of what I could use, it went down 6 steps. With the stunt boost, it's another 4, so it's 10.
All right, walk me through the 6, because I'm not counting 6. I just want to make sure that we're clear.
So my power is 1. The hacking.
Okay, just
2.
so that we're clear, the power itself is not a reduction in the difficulty.
No, magic. The magic shift.
Okay.
The power shift.
But again, that's just for the power. I think you have a very loose interpretation of what the reduction of the difficulty is. Having the power does not necessarily mean that it reduces the difficulty. It just means that you can attempt the task. So essentially, skills, and you can use your intellect, you can use the Cypher, but the power itself does not reduce the difficulty. That's not how it works.
No, not the power. The power shift.
Okay.
Power. It reduces it by 1.
Right. So you have the ability. You have the ability power shift.
Yes, that's
intellect.
2.
You have the intelligent power shift.
That's 3.
Okay, and then so wait, where was the first one?
Because I have the power magic,
Okay,
shift,
that's
and then
not.
the ability specifically.
You don't have a power magic shift. You just have power
Yes, I
magic.
do.
It's just I'm looking at
Yeah,
your character
I have-
sheet right now. It says power magic.
I have the power shift magic in general,
Uh-huh.
and then I specifically did the ability, which the ability is that enthrallment,
Okay, but this
which is the reason why I've been stunting it.
but you're not enthralling.
Yes, I am.
You're enthralling the worm.
The virus. Yeah.
Okay, so
That was the whole
that's-
purpose behind him assisting me and being an asset.
All right, so that's 3, and
Him being an asset is 4, and then the hacking is 2, so that's 6.
okay, so that is 10. Okay, and let's see.
And that's without using any effort, because I'm actually going to pump in what I need in order to do the magic. And you've also had me use 3 of my pool in order to be able to initiate all of this because of the difficulty of it.
Right.
So in total, like you spent 4 from my pool.
Okay. So that Cypher is gone.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then let's see. Yeah, you make it with that roll. So with all of that and just intense concentration, that worm, that Hydra, extraordinarily complex, and it looks like it was created by an artificial intelligence, but it does have some flares in it that suggests that it wasn't completely created by an AI. It had a guiding hand, which is a little concerning because someone or something or a combination of the two created something this complex that's just sitting waiting for someone to attack it, and you're able to convert it. You're able to to neutralize it and are now able to use it.
Okay. So now that we have that,
That was step 2.
I'm gonna tell Access, we've got control of this. So can you make a copy of this?
Yeah, I should be able to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you give me your pools again, Miss Ignite? Intellect, strength, speed, and might.
Okay, might is 10. Speed
Wait.
is
No.
12.
I'm not talking to you. Miss Ignite.
Oh, okay.
12 might, 14 speed, 14 intellect.
Okay. Those are your pools.
Mm-hmm.
And you've already used 4. And
no, I've actually used 7.
No, that's what I'm saying. You used 4, then the 3, so you used 7. All right, so that's half your pool gone on that one. That's fine.
I've got 7 left.
And you've used a couple of. By the way, to use your magic, you do understand if you're going to use it as an instant, then that may cost you a recovery roll.
Yeah, but we weren't using it as an instant. Remember, we were prepping for this in our lab.
Okay.
The only thing is, he didn't allow me to use the lab as an asset because it would be doubling up on.
Yeah, you can only use 2.
The artifact and
the max. It doesn't matter how many assets you have. You can only use 2 as a max. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So.
All right. Excuse me.
And I'm not sure what time of the day it is, but depending on the time, I may have used 1 recovery roll. So I don't know if it's the next day or not.
No. It was still during the day when we were.
No. I'm talking about for me.
Oh. No, remember, we've been together all this time.
Yeah, but still, I still don't know what it is with my timeline because I had already used 2 the day prior. And then before I met you, I used it again. So I'm not sure where I'm at with.
Let's just say for shits and giggles, you've got 1 recovery back because I'm not tracking it to the granular level at this point, but you should be.
No. I'm keeping track. I don't, because
No, you're
heaven
gonna
forbid anybody.
you're gonna have to recover.
Anyway,
I'm good. I'm good at the moment.
Okay.
All right. So access. If you can copy this, what we're gonna do is this. With the copy you make, we're gonna reverse engineer this so that way we can understand how this thing was created to begin with. So, but right now, let's tackle your plan, which is to take the newly controlled virus that we got and insert it into the hell is that Goompa's name? Sal's stuff, right? It's a crazy idea.
What is it? Throw it out there.
Because I kind of wanted to make it known that it was, well, if you're not comfortable with it, at least me, that went into his system and is holding it hostage so we can keep him under control.
See, but the question is
you need to speak up or get closer to your mic.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so the question that we're gonna have to do is let's get everything done. Then once we get it done, and then we can figure out what are we gonna do from there.
But honestly, I want to kill him off. Don't like him. He's too Goomba-ish for me. But
that's racist.
But if we can use him as a chess piece,
but you know,
I'm gonna be more willing to use that instead.
But
get his resources.
But what about if we get rid of him and then put what's her name? Can we put her in power?
Oh, Crosshair? Good question. It might get her on our side if we show her that we can control him.
That's also true too. So let's do this.
Well, like you said, you know what? You're the wiser of us two. Let's infest them with the virus. Let's see what happens, and then take it from there. While that's going on, we can then experiment on this virus, and also I can take a look at what the Solomon Grundy will do with the black ooze.
So this is another thing. Before we start messing around with the Solomon Grundy, we gotta make sure that we're protected 100%, where none of that stuff is gonna either fall on us or anything like that.
Oh yeah, we're in our lab. I had already refitted it with and I thought, you know what? It's easier to show you. Here. And I send you the diagnostics that I got from the first time I tested the ooze.
So I'll take a look at it, Lou.
What?
What's the information that you're sending me about
Okay, so here's the problem with everything that you guys are talking about when it comes to the ooze. None of you, neither one of you, is a chemist. You don't have those skills. You're tech. So while you have info, the idea of what you have in front of you and how to understand it, completely different.
Okay, so I have.
All right, I'll give you that. No problem. Sure.
No, definitely. He has 100% correct. So why we don't hire a chemist when we get Salzman?
All right, hold on. Back up.
There's biologists, there's biology, there's chemistry, there's a lot that goes into this.
Hold on, let's rewind that. Mm-hmm. So based on what you just said, when I give him access to the information, I tell him, would you know of anybody that can actually make sense of all these numbers so that way we can actually calibrate the lab so it can be secured? So that way we can test the Solomon Grundy. Do you know of anybody you can trust?
I could definitely get somebody involved, but once they get involved, they're going to want to take over everything.
Well, see, that's the problem. We can't have somebody take over something that we have control of right now.
No, the only people that I could see that I know that could do this is my corporation. And once my corporation sees this, they're going to give me the credit and they're going to take it from there. And God knows how they're going to use it. Because these people.
But you do realize that what we're dealing with is the type of stuff that they're not going to want to have anybody know that it's under control. So that might make you a target. You do realize that, right?
Why do you think I haven't told them anything? Why do you think I've been quiet about this? Because
there is one person I can talk to.
Now what
this is going to be a gamble.
Now
we're going to need Ethera, right? Because
Dancing, I
Ethera
remember
knows
that.
this lady called Vanessa. Now we must know of her like from newses and stuff like that, right? Or what she does, like an environmentalist and stuff.
But this is the question: Is she?
No,
Is
I'm
she gonna?
asking Lou.
You know that she's
She is a known figure.
Yeah, you know she's one of the heads of the. She was at that meeting. So yeah, you
No,
know.
but she's a known figure also that she deals with all this.
She has a public. She has a public
stuff.
persona. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an.
Okay.
She's what they call what you guys call an eco-terrorist.
Eco-terrorist. Okay.
So this is the question. My question is, how are we gonna entice her to work with us if she's an eco-terrorist? Because remember, what we want to do is something totally different. Most likely, what she's gonna want to do.
Well, the thing I do know about this thing is that it has a multi-layer of aptitudes to it. It's magical, it's technical, it's biological, acts like a virus, and also acts like old energy. It's the only way I can describe it. Knowing her, if she's gotten her hands on it, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of the top dogs that were present have done it their due diligence to find out what the hell's going on.
I have an
So
idea.
if she's gotten her hands on it, you know she's getting stumped on the magical end of it at all.
I have an idea. So I want to ask you something. Let's put our heads together. What type of lab would you need to make something like this, and how much money would you have to put into it?
A lot. I mean, I have the funds, but it's not about the funding. It's about
wait. Hold on. So, and that's another thing. What type of equipment would you need to make something like this? So, what we should be looking at is how many labs could actually make something like this, and how much money is going between each labs. Because
but even still, we're going to need her help because we don't understand all the labs that may be required. See, I only know but so much, but we're going to need that gap to be filled in order to hone out. And I see where you're getting at, but we're still going to need assistance to hone in on those specific labs.
So let's do this. Let's take Sal's money. Then we can use Sal's money to pay her to assist us if she doesn't want to do it. You know, so in other words, like how are we gonna get her to work with us?
But we still gotta get in contact with her. That means we need to still go through Ethera. I know Ethera deals with her.
Let's do Sal's money first. Let's do the original plan. Let's get the money. Once we get the money, and then we could go to her and say, hey, listen, we got this much money has funding to fund you on whatever. If she already doesn't have it, if she does, at least it's extra money. So now she could actually, that's if she wants to work with us. You don't think that's a good idea? Because remember, more money is more money, and it's not our money, it's Sal's money.
Well, I was also even thinking about being a little bit more evil.
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
Run to see how effective this virus really is now that we have it under control. So like if she decides to turn away from helping us, basically taking over her entire computer empire or whatever.
Well, let's negotiate first before we head down that route. I think with me, you negotiating, and with the backing of Sal, I think we should be able to do
it. Without him knowing how this is going. Sure. So let's do that. Let's invest Sal stuff. Let's see how much we can ding him for. Use that to make an offer through Ethera and see if we can make connection there. If we can, then maybe we can get a step closer to what the hell we need to do.
Okay, then we could blame it on the numbnuts.
Oh, what, heliums?
Yes.
Okay. I'm game. Let's go.
Okay, so that's what
we're gonna do. So I'm calling a GM intrusion. Are you guys accepting it or not?
You know what?
I'm going
okay,
to
so
say
Lou,
one of you has to decide for the both of you. So you choose, and then make it quick,
I'll waste
please.
the XP. I'll waste XP, Adolfo. I think I have 4.
Okay.
So we're gonna waste XP, Louis.
So
I have 3.
next step, Lou, is to put the virus into Sal's.
Wait, hold on, because we gotta figure out this whole DM intrusion thing. I know how to do it too.
Okay.
Because remember, I have the blueprints to their building.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Our next step is that we're gonna infiltrate, get the virus into his system, siphon off his money, properties, everything that he owns, gone, and then use that as collateral to pay off Valentina. Is her name?
I think that's her name, yes. So and then we could also do this. Once we get some of that money, we could give some of the money to Athera for her to, motivate her to see if she could take us to Valentina.
Well, that's assuming that she wants money. Remember, she is one of these corporate faces that seems to be with endless funds. But you never know. We got to start somewhere.
As you were copying the Hydra, there was a blip that you noticed. You're both conversating, hashing, plan making, doom scrolling, and what are you using as far as equipment? Because I know what Mystic Knight's using, and I want to make this quick because I really want to get to everybody as quickly as I can.
I have my laptop, which is basically it's like the burner phones. It's the same thing.
Okay, so
laptop.
So as you're conversating, you noticed it. It just flashed really quickly that it paused, and then it picked back up, but it's starting to stagger, meaning there's something's happening in the duplication process that's not exactly working to plan. It should be a one-to-one copy, but it's not happening the way something's wrong.
So can we see what's wrong with it?
Okay, so going into we're going to take some leaps because none of us between me and you are computer techs, are computer hackers. And never mind what everybody else is doing. Please don't inject any realism into this because there's nothing real about what I'm saying. So you go into the root file, and as you're looking through it, it shouldn't be, but the copy is being rewritten. There's some subroutine being put into it, and the original that you guys hacked is not. It's different too. It's rewriting both the original and the subroutine. There's a subroutine in there that's completely altering this Hydra.
But in what way?
So you and I both pull the subroutine to identify what it is. It might be a fail-safe mechanism that they placed inside the virus, and route it, or how can we say it?
Well, first things first. This is what Access is seeing, and he hasn't explained to you.
As soon as I see what's going on.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're clear.
Hold on. I have one question.
Yeah.
If we were both doing the action to control the virus, aren't we both seeing the same thing?
I'm not saying that you are or aren't, but it's his computer.
He's the one that noticed.
He's the one that noticed.
Okay, got it.
Because he paid the XP, he's the one that noticed.
Yeah, I let him know immediately. I said, hey, look, something's going on.
Okay, so now you're still at your terminal. You're still at your laptop. What are you doing? Because you can re-say what you said, Mystic Knight, because you're not actually doing any of the typing, or you're not actually interfacing with his computer.
So he's gonna, Mystic Knight, say it again.
Let's isolate the subroutine so that way we can either reprogram it or understand what it's doing
Okay.
and see if it works to our favor.
Okay, so can we just run a diagnostic to see what's going on too?
You can do all of that. I need
Yeah.
you to. Do you have a skill? What is yours? What's
I have talk to machine.
okay? That's not exactly what you would be. I mean, you, talk to machine. That's not talk to. That's not what this is. As I understand it, and I'm trying to find your character sheet just to make sure that I'm not interpreting it my way. Where are you?
Okay, so I have machine interface, hacker,
There you are.
data jack,
Okay.
machine affinity.
Oh, yeah, the machine interface wouldn't work. You talk to machines.
Yeah, I have talked to machines. Hacker,
Control function. Get.
data jack, machine affinity, and then I have.
Let's make it an intellect roll,
Okay.
and then you could use your intellect power shift, your power shift. Wait, specific power, including damage, but not to attack rolls. All right, so it's intellect.
Don't forget also,
Power.
I'm being an asset to him.
Correct. That's 3.
Then I could use power shift too, right?
Yeah, I've already encountered. So, as I look at it, it's an intelligence power shift, your power shift, your power
Okay.
power shift, and then
Okay.
your machine affinity. But that doesn't lower the difficulty. That doesn't
Okay.
ease the task.
The jack does. The data jack and the hacking do.
Let's see.
Yeah, I also have data jack and hacking.
Asset
So a total of
abilities.
5.
Right, so you get 1 asset with the data jack, 1 reduction with the intelligence power shift and the power shift. And a power shift, I don't know what that means. But
It could be a mistake.
let's so that's 3, and then 4 with Mystic Knight.
And then if what else can I use? I could push it.
The hacking will make it 6.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't reduce it. It doesn't reduce it. Doesn't explicitly say it as the others do. That it offers a reduction in the difficulty. So all right. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't explicitly state that the tasks are eased by 1 step. So that's just giving you the ability to access the computer.
No, but the skill hacking, he has the skill also.
Actually, he doesn't.
I thought you picked up the skill.
I could have.
He has hacker as an ability.
Wait, hold on. So that means I did something wrong because I was supposed to take up hacking too.
Well, it's one or the other. So it's an action. You still have hacker as an ability. It costs 2 intellect points to be able to do it.
Okay.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, your steps are eased by 4. Go ahead and make your total. You can add effort if you want, using your intellect.
There too? What is
Yeah.
it?
I already
Okay,
counted for
so
that.
I'm gonna add effort. How much effort can I add?
So you have 9 intellect. You have a 1 edge. You can reduce it by 1 more point, and it's going to cost you 2.
And Luke,
Yes.
question. You put me as 1 for asset.
Yes.
If I'm now make a roll for it, if I need to, with the artifact.
No.
Would I
Can't
be
add
able
any
to
more
add that?
assets.
I thought you were allowed to.
Yeah, you're the asset, and then he already has. He has one. What do you call it?
No, as far as
Data jack.
His data
Assistant.
jack. His data
I got a
jack.
16, Lewis.
Assets, no matter what their sources, max is 2.
okay.
Lewis, I got a 16. Look.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just show you so you don't think I'm cheating.
You are always cheating.
Look at 16.
I understand. You have a camera. You can't cover the entire fucking thing.
Nah, it doesn't do it. That's the thing. It only covers that portion of the.
I'd like to
the...
get to Ethera, please.
Okay, so
all
I
right,
the
so
16.
that's fine. For fuck's sake. Now,
Jesus Christ, why you always complaining?
because you're not using the fucking tools because you're a dick. All right. Now, when you do your diagnostic, as you're typing along as fast as you can with your data jack, with Mystic Knight assisting you, he's buzzing in your ear, telling you to go this way, that way. What about this? What about that? The screen goes blank, and then there's a matrix-style cursor, and it's
Did I fail it?
I didn't say you failed it. What I'm
because
saying
if I did
is,
I'm gonna use an XP.
Just let him finish.
let me
right.
fucking finish.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck's sake.
Wow.
So finish.
So,
Jeez.
all right, hold on. I need a drink of water. Fucking goblins make me mad. Now, that matrix-style cursor comes up, and across the screen it says, "Hello. My name is Lilith. My name is Lilith. What is your name? And why are you trying to hurt my friends?"
Shit,
So,
I forgot about that.
Lilith, you misunderstand. We're not trying to hurt anybody.
I
We're
don't know
trying
that
to
he
get
has a
info-
voice interface. That's just what's coming across the screen.
No, so
Okay.
obviously I show him and I'm like, yo, look, they have some form of artificial intelligence, it looks like.
Yeah. So with the voice modulator, just answer back. We're like, no, Lilith, you misunderstand. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're trying to find information out, and unfortunately, there's a lot of obstacles in the way that we need to get through in order to be able to get the information we're seeking.
That's wonderful. So I'm going to move on to Ethera. So
Jesus
Ethera,
Christ, yes.
you had that information. You passed it along to Vanessa. She passed whatever information back to you. Someone did reach out to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it was Mystic Knight, if memory serves.
We had a
And you had that conversation.
Yeah. Let me double check my notes.
I believe that he also contacted Audible.
And Audible is going
and
to
we
be
said we were
reaching
gonna
out
set
to
up a
you.
meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while Vanessa had taken the sample gratefully and provided you with the intel, you do get a call from Audible.
Hello, Audible.
No, we text.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
we
think
texted. Yeah,
We said we text.
That's
We were
fine.
I think we made a meeting. We made an appointment on when we were going to meet.
yeah, we did.
We
okay.
made an appointment when we were going to meet. I forgot what time, but me and Torador can handle this thing first before we meet up with her. But I think that's what happened. If I'm correct, that's the last
Okay.
interaction that we had with Ethera.
All right. And Crosshair, were you reaching out to Ethera as well, or no?
Okay, yeah. Meeting Audible at Cloisters at dawn.
Right.
Meeting Crosshair at Gingfang in Chinatown.
Right. Yes, and that's where Crosshair was going. Correct, Crosshair?
Yeah, after I found out about the job, yeah.
Okay. So, are you? Which path are you taking, or are you doing something independent?
I'm
Well,
doing something independent for right now.
No, not you, Crosshair. I'm talking to Ethera.
Oh.
so
Okay.
first things first, I'm supposed to meet
Crosshair would be
Crosshair at
chronologically
Gingfang.
first, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gingfang it is.
Okay.
So Gingfang.
Okay.
Trying to remember if I actually went back and retrieved the motorcycle.
I don't think you did.
Hmm.
You
How
talking about
long
from
would
the
it take me to
diner?
get out
Yeah.
there?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You beat feet. You never went back.
Yeah. So I left the motorcycle to go check out the place, the
Mhm.
lab. So I will make my way out. You know what? I'll take a taxi for now. I'll get the motorcycle after.
Mm-hmm.
No rush, unless somebody steals it. So yeah, go to Ging Fong.
Okay.
While I'm going to Ging Fong, I
Uh-huh.
try to have Rita give me a rundown of her capabilities, so I
Okay.
can have a better understanding of what I'm dealing with.
Okay. I have that. I will pass that along to you, and we'll move on while I'm looking for that info.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you to your Discord.
Okay.
Let's see here. Give me 1 second.
How long has it been? Because I'm trying to.
It's around midnight.
So I've definitely surpassed the 1 hour mark.
Correct.
So I can check that off on recovery.
Yeah, it's around between 11 and midnight.
Okay.
And can I fast forward, or are you doing something different?
No, I'm going to Ging Fong. That's
All
the
right.
first thing I'm
So
doing. Yeah.
this is you get into the restaurant. Crosshair hasn't arrived just yet, and one of the hostesses comes over and asks you if you are dining in or you picking up.
I'll be waiting for someone.
Not doing the
Perhaps a
accent. I don't want to
table
get canceled.
Perhaps a table for two, if you don't
So
mind.
she says, "Yes, please come this way."
This
She
is the picture in the art gallery
picks up.
of just how it's
Okay.
of what Jing Fong looks like inside once you go upstairs, the escalator.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so she finds a table for you. She finds a booth, and
There are no booths.
there are no booths. All right. Well, then these are large tables. So she finds a table. She says she's reluctant, but something about you is she plays for the pink team. So she's looking, but you can tell she's trying to be really, really conservative and quiet about it. But she's just like, yes, please. I get table for you and your friend. Beautiful girl. And she grabs some menus, seats you at the table, pours you some tea, and says, I come back for order when your friend arrives.
I smile and nod towards her. Smile and nod.
Okie dokie.
And was Crosshair doing anything different on the way, or are you just heading there?
I'm gonna head there first.
Okay.
To meet up with her.
You meet up there, and again, you're met with the hostess comes over. Oh, two.
I say to her in Cantonese, I'm here to meet up with a friend of mine. She should be here already.
Okay. So you say, oh, you with other pretty girl, huh? So
Yeah.
please come. Two pretty girl. Ooh. Anyway, scissor sandwich. Now so you sit. You see Ethera. Describe your new look.
I currently have jet black hair. Dressed much more conservatively than normal. Although the clothes are still slightly loose fitting. Actually have on makeup. I usually
You're
don't.
Romulan. I shoot her.
Scroll.
You're a freaking Romulan.
And beyond that, the look is still simple.
So I look at you kind of weird.
Oh, come now, Crosshair. Have a seat.
Just because you know my name doesn't mean you sound like a Thera.
Oh, you're worried I'm somebody different?
Does her speech patterns match up?
You tell me. Sounds like her speech patterns seem the same.
How do I know you're the real Thera?
Do you remember that special weapon I commissioned from you? The one that ended up going in the corner of someone's eye.
You sent me a picture.
Well, yes, it worked out quite well. Don't you remember? The report of that mobster found bleeding from the eyes, the nose, the ears, the mouth, even his dick hole?
Damn.
I do.
Yeah, you do good work.
So, I sit down.
Don't worry about my new appearance. It's just a temporary measure. While I deal with the fact that certain people are interested in me.
Lou, I'm trying to remember what she really looked like.
Okay. Her face is the same. She's just dolled up.
There's a reason why I was asking for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you called me here. What's up?
I figured it was time that we reconnect with each other. There's a lot going on. And I believe we'd had a conversation about that, special sauce that was found in the hotel. Have you given that any more thought?
Special sauce?
I sigh exasperately.
So much for subtlety.
Okay, Crosshair. There's still an interest in that black goo. And I know you have some. And I think that you would be compensated well by my benefactor.
Much like the laptop?
Oh.
The laptop was another story entirely.
Damn.
But I'm sure that you and her can come to an accord.
What do you get out of this?
For me, it's all favor for a favor, inroads to resources. It works well in my favor. I mean, money always is good too, but connections and networking are so much better.
You said favor for a favor?
Besides, do you really, really like working for your uncle? It's just familial obligation.
My uncle. I'm about to say something sideways. My uncle has done pretty good for the family so far. I haven't seen anything too extreme.
Out of character, Lou, how much am I aware of the battle with her and
It's the worst kept secret that she has contempt for her uncle.
Right. But also the fight that she had with the Spanish Hulk there. What was his name again? Chilito?
Chilito. The Berserker.
Yeah, Berserker. Is that how much of that knowledge is out for people in our walk of life to know?
Not very many. Only
Only
the select few in this group, in fact.
Okay. So I do know.
Who would have told you?
That's a good question. That's why I'm asking you.
Who would have? I mean, anyone else can chime in. Who did anyone clue in Ethera onto the of the fight between?
It was on the news. It made the news because he ran out the restaurant, and Ethera was like, "Damn, Crosshair."
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So.
But that was an assumption. There was no film of you guys actually fighting. You had shot him from a distance, and then he started charging through the streets.
Yeah, it was an assumption, because who else would take that kind of shot?
Mm-hmm. So that's an assumption with no actual proof and no one to confirm it.
But I'm okay out of character. I'm playing it like with everything the notes that you gave me.
Yeah. No, you're doing fine. I'm not saying you're doing wrong. I'm answering his question.
I narrow my eyes and I look at you, Crosshair. You didn't take a shot at your uncle, or was it Cholito, or maybe both?
Y'all remember that, Lou?
No, actually, you don't.
What are you talking about?
Crosshair? How do you feel about your uncle?
For the time being, my uncle is the head of the house, the head of the family.
I
It would have
didn't
been my
ask.
mother and father, but he's doing what needs to be done for the family.
Crosshair, you're not talking to some fellow Goomba. You're talking to me.
And I'm
A
saying
woman,
this as sincere as I possibly can.
but
My
you
uncle
still danced around the question, though. How do you feel about your uncle?
he's my uncle. I love him.
I
But
lean back as I'm looking at you. Something's not right here, Crosshair. Everyone knows you hate your uncle. It's
I
the
don't know what type
worst
of
kept
drugs you
secret.
guys are on. I don't know what you're talking about. So we're gonna order, or we're here to sit here and talk about family relations.
Well, Crosshair, I want to make sure you are you the same you want to make sure that I am me. And I'm
I
beginning to have my doubts. Something's changed.
Nothing's changed. It's the same me. Same person that can shoot the wings off of a fly. Same person that's loyal to the Luca family. My grandparents, my uncle, my mother and father. I do the Father, Son, Holy Spirit across, and I kiss it. You
So
were
if you...
talking about a favor for a favor.
Yes. Yes, I was.
I have a favor for you. If I'm gonna do this for you, I want a favor from you.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something to be done.
Well, out with it. I don't think anyone is spying on us.
Oh, I just messaged you, mate. I
Where
slide a
at?
piece of paper across the table on Google Chat.
Oh, okay.
I slide a quick piece of paper across the table to you.
Interesting. As I fold the paper up and hold it over the candle on the table.
And with whatever compensation I get from Vanessa, say
Okay, you guys are
50%
having a
goes to you.
conversation between yourselves. I'm not sure I'm
Okay,
following.
I apologize.
As far as like the what you guys are texting.
I'll text it to you.
Okay, I mean, if it's a secret, it's a secret.
You should probably use Discord instead.
Yeah, I would use
because that's...
Discord, please. It's
I'm
all in one,
about to right now.
all in one spot.
Because even in the chat, you can start a private thread that only involves who you want.
Okay. So, you for a favor? I'll get you what you need. We'll go see your friend Vanessa and go from there.
Okay. I'm
You
still
got it, Lou?
having.
Yeah, I only see the 2 words in the quote. Is that what you meant?
You didn't get the other one before that?
As far as like you said obsidian?
Oh,
I didn't. I didn't see anything before that. It just says I slide you a paper with Audible's name on it.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Got it. You fucker. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So then, yes.
Damn it, Lou.
I think that is a pretty bad secret. I think the player already knows.
No, didn't at the time until you open your mouth can't hold water. But anyway.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, why don't we have a nice meal while we're here? I am a bit peckish. Lou,
Okay,
I'm definitely
so
going to be observing her movements, her speech patterns. Something does seem off,
Okay.
and I'm trying to
I
figure
called the
out
lady
what.
over
Okay.
and I ordered in Cantonese.
Okay.
Orange chicken, some dim sum.
Yeah, I know what seems off. She looks like a bobblehead figure now.
All right. You just been added to the list.
Yeah, not one mention of the list. This isn't Crosshair. Imposter.
I mean, to put a
This
dunk
is
on
the
the
real
list, you
dollar
can't miss.
box.
You can't miss him.
That's just
Stormtroopers can't miss his big ass. What the hell are you talking about?
That's just wrong.
Well, what are you talking about? Stormtroopers always miss. That's
They
how
won't
much
miss
you
you.
know, bobblehead.
You just mad because you gotta brush your hair in your back pocket. Shut up.
I'm glad I don't have hair. What are you talking about?
You okay?
Okay.
A little less soap you gotta use.
Miss, I am a robot now.
Are you really trying to?
I didn't feel being road pizza, by the way.
Can we make use of our little bit of role play time without the interruption of Mr. Everywhere Man?
Okay. So
Yeah, Doctor, cut the hell up.
you get your
Anyway,
food. You're having the discussion. Ethera, you outside of the dialogue, she looks exactly the same. Hold on a second. And there's really nothing that's coming from. There's nothing. Nothing stands out. And even with rolling, she seems physically normal. She's eating. She's drinking. She's looking around. She's normally cagey, and you guys are criminals, so you're always keeping an eye on the door. Outside of that, I'm going to send you something.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if it works. While I'm sending you this, is there anything else that you guys are doing? Because I still have to move on to...
Yeah, so when I go to check my messages, I literally type to Rita
Mm-hmm.
if there are any listening devices or anything within the area or uncrosshair, if she's able to pick up on that.
Okay. So with that said,
I'm gonna
send you. I'm gonna send you the artifact information for Rita.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Lou, I sent you something on Zoom.
All right. Please use Discord. Trying to keep
And
it on.
this is just something simple on Zoom.
All right. Outside of that, you were checking your. You say you were checking your messages, and you were going to send something to Vanessa.
No, I was communicating via texting. Well,
Okay.
not texting, but just typing in the inquiry box literally to Rita.
To Rita, okay. All right. Give me a sec here.
If she's picking up on any listening devices in the area or uncrosshair herself, if she's capable of that.
Okay. All right. You should have it now, Ithera.
Okay.
Just take a look.
Take a quick look.
That's Blasto, real quick. I need the
What?
sample that.
Are you talking to us or are you talking to somebody else?
I'm talking to you. Me.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
You're suddenly muffled.
Yeah.
Oh, how about now? No muffled?
Little bit more muffled. You were sounding fine before. Okay. And I apologize for the wait, but
How about now?
Yeah,
Much better.
You sound better.
I'm gonna text Glasgow.
Okay.
Go through the HUD. I'm gonna text Glasgow and tell him the sample, the black goo that I sent you to look at, to study. I'm gonna need some of it.
Okay. And the response is very little material left from initial analysis. Are you sure?
What did you?
Are you sure
what did
you
do
need you need this?
What have you come across?
It's a lot more than I'm able to discuss on a text. Why don't you come by Why don't you come by the shop and then we can talk about it?
Okay.
Okay. So with that, I don't know if you've had time, Ethera, to read, but you can deploy Rita. You would need to make a roll using her as let's see. It would be an intellect roll, using her as an asset to reduce it by 1. And, and I just had the fucking thing in front of me. Yeah, so it would be the analytical support. So that's passive. So you can make that roll.
All right, give me a second. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read it yet because I was dealing with some technical bullshit.
No, sorry about that. So you have 2 types of analysis modes that you can use.
I see. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Ah, all right. Okay.
So there's a depletion rate that you would need to roll. By the way, and this is something that I'm going to have you guys do moving forward, is a depletion rate for your artifacts within that time period before you would need to recharge it.
Okay. Well, I don't have one, so.
No. I'm just talking about the 2 that the 2 that currently have assets, artifacts. I'm sorry.
Quick question.
Yep.
I know I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. As far as what? Him analyzing, Ethera analyzing you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know that. I don't know that's going on, hands down.
Yes.
But I have certain things that I have. Would that come into play on her?
Well, it's situational, so yes.
Okay. Neural firewall.
Again, situational. It depends on what he's doing, on what Ethera's doing. So which one are you doing, Ethera? So I can move on.
Biometric.
Okay.
Biometric analysis seems like the best one at the moment.
All right. So please make a roll.
So it's just D20, right?
D20, correct.
Oops, my bad.
You literally type D20.
I'm used to
he got a
using
D20. He wins.
I'm used to using Roll'em on Discord.
Okay.
Good.
So with
I'm
that,
going to spend an XP
Okay.
to re-roll that. So let me make note of that XP that I'm spending. Wait, I can do it on my sheet now. I'm going to note that real quick, because that was a sad number.
that was a pretty sad number. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, it at first it starts. It takes longer than it should, and by should you don't know what should is at this point, but Rita responds that the analysis is inconclusive. There's an electrostatic charge surrounding her, possibly a protective barrier preventing her from analyzing her. But then there's information that's coming through electronically to suggest that she has all of her vitals are normal. Temperature, pulse, pupil dilation, all of that. Heart rate, everything.
Okay.
So the bottom line is that it's inconclusive.
All right. So I will type for her to record the remainder of this conversation if she hasn't already started, so we can review later.
Okay.
And while I'm eating, just small talk, chitty chat,
Okay. So let's
and
come.
also discussing the details real quick. So, about our mutual person
friend.
of concern, like an accident? Do you not care?
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. It could be accidental. It could be your way of flair on it, as long as it's done.
I'll let you know when it's completed.
But if this is between you and I know you work for money. And there was a movie with Clint Eastwood where the assassin went to go kill somebody. And his target paid him more money to kill the guy that he sent after. But he killed the guy anyway.
Well, money isn't the only thing that's of interest, but it always helps.
Out of character. You're a Skrull shooter.
I think she's thinking the same thing.
Athera would never say that.
You know my reputation. It's not just always money.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over to. Faceless. Is Faceless still here with us? I apologize for taking so long.
I'll be right back.
Mr. Faceless, are you with us? May have lost him. I have to figure out a way to move this quicker. Okay. So with that, it's going to be 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm going to end it here. We're going to pick this up in the next game at our regular time. Apologize for the late start. It's Father's Day. Everybody, well, not everybody. Those of us who were dumb enough to not wear a condom had some other stuff to do. So, yeah.
Pretty straight bullshit.
We'll come back. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do that. Architect. The air is cold and it smells like the ozone that happens when a power line is burning. That burning plastic, it's hard to breathe, and burning metal. And
brother, what's that?
There is, it's stinging your lungs as you struggle to breathe. Your other voices are screaming at you. They're screaming at you. What have you done? Why did you do that? What is wrong with you? And a number of curses in a number of different languages. As you try to gain your bearings, you feel that you're on a cold stone surface. It's gritty, sort of like.
Hey, Lou.
Yes.
Now I remember when I saw through, like, kind of you described the description and everything. So do I kind of see the same thing?
You would let me finish my description, I would be able to tell you. Now, that's just the first sensations that you feel after being pulled down what felt like a tear in space. It's you've experienced this type of magic. You've experienced you've seen others who can wield this type of power, but you've never been able to achieve it to this degree, where you can travel from one place to another instantaneously. And very few that you've known have been able to do it. And the sensations were never described as what you went through. Once you gain your bearings and you feel the texture of the ground and you start raising yourself off the ground, there's this additional weight, as if your body is doubled in weight, and you struggle to, and given your advanced age, it's even harder to right yourself. You're literally only able to get yourself to your knees at first to try to get in your bearings, because it feels like you're moving even though you know that there's a surface underneath you. It's like having vertigo. I don't know if you've ever had it, where if you stand up too quickly, or, or you know what I mean, like your senses
get a dizzy spell.
It's a complete disorientation. And then
would my character or any part of him, of them, know that due to teleportation or going through a portal would cause that sensation?
From what you've studied, and from anecdotal evidence, anecdotal being someone describing it to you in their voice, in their point of view, no, this is not that. There are some that have had some trippy experiences, but nothing to the degree that you're experiencing right now. And that sensation doesn't go away the more you move, because it's as if the entire once you study your vision, you start looking up, and you see this monolith in front of you, these monoliths, and behind them it looks like it almost looks like if you've been to the planetarium, where the stars are like turning, but faster than they should. Like when you're standing looking up at the stars, you don't notice them moving to the degree that this is. It's almost as if there's a canvas turning. It's like a dial that's turning them. And beyond that, you can see that long stone path that leads to those gigantic steps. That's when you notice the first chain to your left, and to your right, just almost out of sight, you can see the second link moving into that centrifuge. And then you see it. You see this thing, and it's not struggling. It's hovering, and every time it shifts a little, the chains these ancient runes, they shimmer as if resisting what this thing is trying to do. And at his feet, there's someone that's standing with his arms outstretched in a black tattered robe. I'm going to give you a visual of what I'm talking about. Cheddar Biscuit, are you with me? If you look in Discord.
I could be.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to come back to you in a sec. But that's the image that you see with his arms outstretched, almost, and then he's bowing to it. He seems tiny, like maybe about an inch tall. That's That's a gauge of the distance between where you are and where it is. I'm going to say he just for the sake of identifying it, making a differentiation between it and the creature. The creature, at least half a dozen of the creature's eyes on the left side of his head, they don't have pupils. They're just all red, but you know that they turned. They're all flex and turn in your direction. And then with his outstretched arms, he quickly turns over. In his head takes an owl-like turn, almost about 120 degrees from where his torso is. Now, what I need from you is to make an intellect check, because this is completely overwhelming you. You can feel this eldritch energy.
What is the difficulty, Mark?
I'm not telling you. So you need to make a intellect roll. You can try to reduce it with any abilities. This is going to be a psychic assault.
Not with that roll.
Okay. So you're going to take 6 points of intellect damage to your pool. And as you feel this thing just scraping your brain, something hits your mind and starts scraping it. It literally feels like claws. Now, the brain doesn't actually feel pain. Just so that we're clear, I at least know that much about biology. The brain itself as an organ doesn't feel pain, but your mind, what it feels like your brain is being scraped.
So let me ask you a question, Lou. So I shouldn't even had to roll because of how damaged my mind is due to the three
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's assaulting all of them. They're
right,
all,
right. No. But I'm just saying I shouldn't even had to roll. It would have been like if his type of attack would have just.
Do you have an inability on this?
No, I have a disadvantage.
Oh, you do? I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yep. So now the other thing is, remember that the curse that's on me now, it might be just strong enough to just pass the curse. I do not know, but I'm just saying there is a curse that keeps us all kind of locked together for
until you can figure out
right. So I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying it's a defense.
No, that's fine. But it actually ties better into what's happening to you, as this thing is scraping your mind.
Who are you?
Your mind, your other voices are screaming to leave, to run, to go back, to flee.
So my main one,
which is you,
is going to say all three of our true names. And I'm going to speak in the ancient Egyptian Arabic language from my time and explain where I'm from, because that I do know.
Okay.
And what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
The helm. The skull. And at the same time, I'm going to let it know it could also help you.
to your left, you feel this cold. It's bitter. It would be essentially like a frostbite type of cold, where it's painful. You don't take any damage just yet, but you immediately you recoil from that, turn to it, and the figure that was on the altar is now in front of you. It's towering above you. You can
It's huge.
you can smell it before
Death.
you can smell the necrosis on it. You can smell death. You can smell not necrosis, entropy, pure entropy. From its hood, you can barely make out a tattered warped face. It may have been human, but it no longer bears any
Lou,
semblance of humanity.
So in that one instant, what happens is the my offense part takes control and greets it in the death language.
Okay.
And then I basically bow my head to him.
Will you serve?
With pleasure.
Okay, so we'll take that up on the next one. So we're going to come back to Faceless. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, we're introducing Faceless. You are on assignment. You're finishing up. You're trying to come to the coup de grace moment. You are hired to retrieve vital information, financial information for the DeLuca crime family. You were hired to infiltrate an enemy, a rival. And that particular rival's wife was the one that was helping you. You had seduced her, you had slept with her, you had built this relationship with her. Her name is Maggie Cornwaller, and she's the mistress of the person that you're looking at, and she happens to be living in his house while his wife is in the hospital, undergoing cancer treatments, which the husband swears. As she explained to you, the husband swears that he's paid the doctors to give her placebos because he can't stand her, and he wants to see her suffer. Now, the information that you were tasked to retrieve, she was just about to give it to you when the door flings open, and a huge man walks in. Who the fuck is this? And you're both sitting in bed, half naked. She's completely naked. You're in your boxers. And describe for me who you look like right now. By the way, she's Italian, Caucasian. She's in her mid-40s.
Look like Carrot Top. Go for Carrot Top.
No.
Nobody hurts Carrot Top.
I look like Emilio Estevez.
Literally?
Slightly younger.
Okay.
The almighty ducks.
Emilio Estevez. Sweet Christmas. Well played. And Carrot Top would have been better.
It would have been too freaky.
I'm talking about like pre-workout carrot top before he started hitting the gym.
Pre-workout. You are dumb.
I stand by what I said.
Okay. So he's like, who the fuck is it? Is that Emilio Estevez? What the fuck is he doing here? What are you doing here? And he has not a jacket. He's dressed in a suit. The collar is open. The tie is loose, and you can see he has a shoulder holster. He has, and he's just like, you motherfucker, and he's fumbling for the gun. And she's like, Nikki, no, please. It's not what you think. Oh, you're fucking Emilio Estevez. That's what I think. And I'll fucking kill you both. What are you doing?
Is there a window near me?
The window is behind him. The door is to his left, your right.
I say baseball slide.
Wait to take my action. I stand up, I take a bow. I say, thank you for the good evening. And I rush past him. But I'm a shoulder check him on the way out.
And as you bow, she's just like, oh, what about? And she had the envelope in her hand when she was handing it to you. And she's like, ah! And she's like, Nikki, no! And throws it at you. She's just like, and she rushes towards him. You fucking cunt! I'm gonna fucking kill you both! You and fucking Emilio Estevez! I'm gonna kill everybody! You, Charlie Sheen, fucking Martin Sheen, everybody that's an Estevez, you're all fucking dead! Your fucking movie sucks anyway!
But you watched him.
He's just like, you motherfucker! As you dashing through the house in your skivvies, grabbing up what little clothing you can.
Indeed. I grabbed the envelope as she tossed it.
Uh-huh. All right. You escape because I don't have your character to make you make any rolls, and you can count yourself lucky at this point. You're about to put 2 hot ones in your ass, literally. And you get out of the building. Once you get to the lobby, now this is his building. This is the building for his crew. Think of the outfit from that Mel Gibson movie, Payback. And if you haven't seen it, it's one of his best movies, considering it's Mel Gibson and he's a fucking lunatic. But
a good revenge movie.
Yes, it's actually a really good revenge movie, and it's one, like I said, it's one of his best movies.
It is. Yeah, it really is.
And Lucy Liu was extra hot in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
the only cringe thing was the ball peen hammer.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But you get to the elevator. You know he has 2 guys there. You had slipped by them by changing into a delivery person. You had only been in an apartment for about 30 minutes. And you're in that form right now of Emilio Estevez in your boxers trying to put on your pants. The elevator, ding, door slides open. The guys are standing. One is standing by the front. The other one's standing to your left, but he's not looking, but he hasn't turned yet. The one at the front door is just like, is that fucking Emilio Estevez? And then the other guy turns in. He's just like, what the fuck? It's like, are you Emilio Estevez for real? Who let him? He's like, did you let him in here, Vinny? I think I would fucking know Emilio Estevez if I saw him. What are you doing?
I said, I asked him, hey, do you want an autograph? I don't have a pen on me. Take me down to the lobby. I'm sure they got one for it.
You are in the lobby, actually.
Oh, I am.
You're basically doing the walk of shame, or the guy that got caught run away.
The run of rage.
The run. The rage run. So,
Walk of shame, run of rage.
so the guy's just like, hey, "Are you all right? What the fuck happened?" See, the other guys you hear in the back, "Hell yeah, I want an autograph."
Well, let's just say I got caught with my pants down. I'll tell you what. Let me run to my car, get a pen and paper. I'll be right back.
So
I'll sign some autographs.
so Vinny, the front door, he's looking. He's like, "Where the fuck is my pen?" Oh fuck! I'm just gonna get my. He's like, Do you mind if I get a selfie?
You know
Completely oblivious to the fact that you're just putting your pants on. You have no shoes, and you're shirtless. Your shirt is in your hand, and you have a manila envelope. And then he's just like, "Oh wait," he's like, "Oh, hold on for a second. It's the boss."
Oh, gotta go.
Pew!
Yeah. As soon as he answers his phone, I start taking off.
He's like,
where the boys
he's like, "Hey, hold on, Mister." He's like, hold on, Emilio. Just give me a second.
I'll be right back. Let me put my
What?
shirt on.
What? What the fuck? And just as you're going through the front door, he's like, "Hey, get the fuck back here, Emilio!"
Take off down the street. Is there an alley nearby?
You're able to, yeah. You find one. You can hear him. He's like, "I can't." He's like, "Emilio Estevez is fucking the boss's wife. We gotta fucking find him and bring him home." He's like, "Are you fucking serious? I ain't fucking joking, Vinny. Get him."
I'm a duck into an alley, and you know what? I'm a shapeshift into Joe Pesci.
Shirtless Joe Pesci.
Okay. So
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slouch in the corner. I'm just gonna slouch on a nearby wall in the alley and pretend like I'm homeless, dude. It just happens to look like Joe Pesci.
all right. So they walk. The first one runs. He sees you. It doesn't click, and he runs by. Then the second comes through. He's like, "Where the?" He's like, "Do you see him? Is he in there?" And he looks at you. He's like, "What the fuck?" It's fucking. He's like, there's a recognition of how you look, but you're not who he's looking for. But he gives you like 3 double takes. And Vinny comes back to him. He's just like, it's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what the fuck happened. He's gone. There's no way he could have got out from there. Are you sure he went down this way? It's like, I know what I saw, Vinny. He's like, go down that. It's like, go down the street. Turn the corner. I'm going to look this way. Then he looks at you again. He's like, it's fucking Joe Pesci. It's like fucking Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. I'm not Joe Pesci. I have my voice being a little raspy, so it doesn't sound like him. Like, I'm not Joe Pesci. Think I'd be sitting in this alley if I was?
What the fuck? And he runs to the left. Vinny runs to the right.
And you run the fuck out.
I don't run. I just stand up, put on my shirt, walk down the street like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. And
change back to my normal self.
Okay. Still don't have any shoes on, but barefoot. It's summertime, so summertime in New York.
Summertime in New York, white people are crazy.
Yeah, white people will be crazy. Now, you finally make it back to the Obsidian. The Obsidian, I don't know if you remember or not, but the Obsidian is run by the DeLuca crime family, of which Crosshair is a member. It functions in the same manner as the Continental from the John Wick franchise. So when you get to the front, the door security is like, whoa, where the fuck do you think you're going?
I think I'm going inside.
I think you need to go to the homeless shelter that's about 10 blocks this way. This ain't that.
I think I know where I am. And then I realize my face isn't on.
Okay. So then what?
I turn around like, hold up, give me a second. I look like I'm playing with my face, and I turn back around. It's me.
So he said, "Oh fuck!"
See if he has any recognition.
He's like, "Oh motherfucker! Weren't you told not to do that?" What the
What
fuck
can I
happened? Where are
say?
your fucking shoes? Just
What can I say? I like to surprise people.
he grabs the door. He's like, hurry the fuck up. Go through the side. We can't have the customer seeing you. We can't have the other guests seeing you looking like that. You fucking stink. Would you roll around in shit? Can you fucking believe this guy?
Let's just say the last job got a little messy.
All right, smart guy. That way.
Sure.
We finally get to Sal's office, and there's a bunch of people that are what do they call it? They're fitting new windows into his office, and a bunch of people that are cleaning up glass, and he's just standing there like this fucking guy, and he's on a tablet. He's doing some things, and he's just like, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? You stink like shit. You're walking all over my carpet.
My apologies, sir.
See, never mind that. I've had my fucking fill of you freaks. You got what I need?
Was there ever any doubt? I hand him the envelope.
Any doubt? If I had to go by your smell, there's plenty of doubts there, kid.
Yeah. My smell has nothing to do with
He's like,
my
all
success.
right. Listen, this banter, I ain't got no time for it. All right. As you can see, I may have a job for you though, but you're gonna need to take a fucking shower. In fact, take 10. It's like,
my pleasure.
It's like he's like Monica will wire you your fucking payment. Just fucking go. Jesus Christ.
And I bow and take my leave.
What the fuck? You just hear him just like as you turn, he's like, what the fuck is with the bowing? This guy he ain't even Asian. Fucking idiots. It's like I'm surrounded by fucking momos. It's just you close the door, go to your room, and that's where I'm gonna leave you, and then we can build your character up, but you're in. You're an associate of the DeLuca crime family.
He definitely wasn't somebody's girlfriend.
The first of many.
The first of many. Nice. All right, fellas. Well, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you guys' time, as always. Thank you, everybody. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's going to watch on the rerun. For Audible Faceless, The Architect, Access, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ethera, and Crosshair 2.0, I am GM. DM discretion. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next adventure.